I recall a particularly memorable day working in the emergency department. A patient came in with a laceration on his face. Upon examining him, something became immediately obvious. This man was a Nazi. I'm a Jew. Despite my personal feelings, I never thought to let my emotions affect my duty to provide excellent care to this patient. Physicians dedicate years of training to help people flourish. That's everything we exist to do. But I worry that I'm watching my profession fail to live up to that principle and cause serious harm to the patients we are tasked with caring for. This would not be the first time something like this has happened. In Nazi Germany, the medical establishment got captured by fascist devaluation of those labeled as subhuman Untermensch, leading to sterilization, cruel medical experimentation, and murder. During the Cultural Revolution in China, admission to medical schools and hiring at hospitals was determined by political allegiance rather than competence. Their hospitals became known for suffering and death. The Islamic Republic of Iran is a leading nation in sex change operations, which are forced on homosexuals due to their religion's prohibition on homosexuality. Even within a free Western society, when an illiberal ideology takes off within a profession, questioning it can lead to negative repercussions, incentivizing conformity. People were severely harmed and killed by ideologies that saw people as groups rather than as individuals. Racism fueled the Tuskegee syphilis study, where Black Americans were intentionally left untreated for a deadly and debilitating disease. Native American women were unnecessarily sterilized. The eugenics movement started here in America, inspiring the Nazis, and was widely popular with the era's progressive movement. I worry that a new, unquestionable, illiberal ideology is conquering my profession, continuing to seek to treat people as members of groups rather than as individuals. Today's popular social justice notion that any disparity in outcome between socially constructed racial groups is evidence of racism has deeply infiltrated the medical profession. This view is false. Any two groups compared against each other demonstrate different outcomes. If you take white Americans in rural Appalachia and compare them to those in coastal suburbia, you'll find drastically different outcomes. In the interest of so-called health equity, life-saving treatments for COVID-19 were distributed in numerous states, in part based on skin color, denying treatment to Americans with the wrong skin color, who were more sick than others. In many jurisdictions, vaccine distribution was also rationed with racial preferences. Attempting to question all of this risks getting one falsely labeled as a racist and shunned as a consequence. We can create better health outcomes by looking deeper to find the risk factors that vary between populations and directing care to those at the greatest risk, regardless of socially constructed groups. There is also the orthodoxy that only one treatment for youth gender dysphoria, affirmation, hormones, surgery, is the correct one, regardless of the individual conditions that might have led them to their discomfort with their body. Mastectomies are being performed on children as young as 15 as part of routine transgender healthcare. So-called gender-affirming hysterectomies have been performed on minors as well. Asking if there are other better ways for certain patients reporting gender dysphoria is often treated as transphobic, as advocating conversion therapy or pushing dysphoric children into suicide. Never mind the rate of regret and detransition increasing to amounts that haven't yet been properly studied. Multiple studies have shown that medical transition has no effect in reducing suicide rates, and 2 studies show post-operative transgender people have considerably higher risk for suicidal behavior. Some states are passing misinformation bills that would ban medical professionals from speaking in ways that contradict contemporary scientific consensus, unaware of how wrong previous medical consensus was that sought to cure homosexuality or treat female hysteria with oophorectomies, and how wrong we might yet discover we are in the present. In healthcare, we need to put identity and all the baggage that comes with it to the side to properly do our job. Treat our patients as individuals who need care. That's what I did when a Nazi visited a Jewish doctor. That's not what a Yale School of Medicine psychiatrist did when she characterized all white people as psychopathic and spoke of unloading a revolver in the head of any white person that got in my way. We need pro-human medicine that benefits all patients and understands the freedoms that are necessary to find truth. We must be allowed to question and challenge prevailing opinion, understanding that it is the only way to develop our knowledge. We must never let unquestionable illiberal orthodoxies prevent the saving of lives and the healing of illness. We must follow the message of the civil rights movement by treating everyone equally as individuals without regard to their immutable characteristics. Join me in supporting pro-human medicine at fairforall.org/medicine.